Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust them cause they know my cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. They begin the drive with Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 64 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive lineman.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance, that's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Forced out, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Wilson. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. The Broncos hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 94 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. They give it to Williams, running right. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They go play action now. Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
They went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a play fake. Lance. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He's He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second down and goal. Lance. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not, and dropped him for no gain.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Lance looking to throw it. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. And it's 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Gold is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 132 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he's got room. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. A give to Williams, running right. Nifty move. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. The busy night continues for Williams. And he will have the Broncos 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Play action. Now Wilson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. The kick by McManus is good, and the lead stretches 16-3 now. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And Lance's throw complete there to McLeod. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Lance again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On the counter, here's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
And all the way home for the Broncos score. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down is Lance. That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Again, it's Lance.
This will be caught. It's Samuel.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
On the set. Right.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for the Broncos score.
Javonte Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go.
On first down, Lance gets this one to use check. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance, Samuel bringing in the slant. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. Tackled on the play by Damari Mathis. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Lance going to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready, ready.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll have a chance at redemption next week.